down, give yourself time to write down what your goals are. And I recommend different increments and different levels. You know, if you've listened to my training in the past, you know that I think that we should work in 30-day increments, 90-day increments, 6-month increments, and even have a 5-year plan, a 1-year plan, etc. You know, different levels, so that as you are moving forward, and it's like a rolling thing, you know, your 6 months should be ongoing, your 6-month plan. But as you hit certain benchmarks, those smaller benchmarks will get you towards your longer term goals. So what does that mean? Well, I have with my team a 6-month business planner that I created for my team that basically maps out what they want to do for the next 6 months. And then within those 6 months, they have certain benchmarks that they have to hit every 30 days to get towards those 6-month goals. And that's something that I think we all can implement, you know, and then you break that down within those 30-day increments. You break that down into daily actions. So what does that mean? If you say, okay, in 6 months, I want to hit a certain rank in my company, or I want to make a certain amount of money residually every month, then what do you have to do to prepare yourself to get to that goal in 6 months? That's going to take a lot of backwards planning. That's going to take you doing daily actions that lead up to monthly actions that lead up to your 6-month actions that get you to your goal. So if you know that you want to hit a certain rank or make a certain amount of money, you have to figure out, based on what company you're in, what compensation plan you have, like what is it going to take for you to get that amount of money. There's formulas that are out there that can help you with that based on your compensation plan. With us, it's very straightforward and simple. You have to get with your company to figure out what it is, but it boils down to this, what we talk about all the time, the CTE, Connect Tool event. The way you make money is by getting people to purchase product. That can be either from a customer or from a distributor. Both of those people are customers, okay? So how do you get customers? You have to expose your business opportunity to them, give them the full menu of everything that your business has, and then let them make a decision that's right for them on whether or not they want to be a distributor or a customer or nothing. And once they make that decision, the movement through your organization should happen. Those products are purchased, and then you make money. So how many people do you need to expose your business opportunity to in order to get those people from a connection to a tool so they can find out more information, and then from a tool to an event so that somebody else other than you can explain the company story to them, and then they can make an informed decision by you following up and resolving any concerns they have. And once they make an informed decision, hopefully that's a yes, and they want at least your products, but more importantly, hopefully they want to partner with you in the business and also consume the products as well, which will put money in your pocket. Now, I always tell people, when you talk about your goals, don't think about the bonuses that you're going to get along the way. To me, those are pluses, and you should put that money away for like your expenses, like your travel expenses, or you know, whatever like one-off things you got to do. But what your income is that residual income. That's products moving through your organization. So even if you sign a new business partner to your organization and you get a bonus for signing that person one time, don't think that is going to help you reach your goals, because that one-time bonus is not part of your income. That's a one-time extra, okay? What you are trying to calculate is, what is that business partner going to purchase on a regular basis every month after they sign up to be a business partner with you? Residual income, auto ships, subscriptions, whatever your company calls it. That is your residual income, and that is going to determine where you need to be. So what does that mean? Well, I told you, with my company, I have a formula. It's $200 per person. Okay, that's per business partner and per customer. Customers to me are pluses. I'm just going to go off of business partners. I don't count the first month they join, because like I said, that is a lot of money that you're going to get, and it's not going to tell you what you're really going to get the next month. But on the second month that your business partner is in your organization and they are purchasing a minimum of $200 worth of product in your organization, they're generating that. That is how you calculate, okay, how many times do I need that to happen in my organization so I can earn X amount of money? Okay, if we go off of a calculation that off of $200 a month, you're going to earn 5% of that money, then that amount is going to be your residual income. Okay, that's $20. Okay, 5%. So every business partner that purchases $200 worth of product on a regular basis is going to generate $20 residually in income in my organization. So $20 times what will help you hit your goals? What is your ultimate goal? Do you want $5,000 in residual income every month? What is your number? Once you figure that out, then you divide that by the amount of people that you need to bring into your organization that are going to give you that amount of money. And then when you do your calculations for your CTE, those are the people that say yes. But you're going to be exposing your business opportunity to way more people than the ones that say yes. We already know that. It's a numbers game and it's a percentages game. So how many people do you need to expose your business opportunity to every month, 30-day window, right? Every month in order for you to get those amount of people that say yes, a percentage of those people. If you are doing 60 exposures in a month, you're probably going to get about 45 people to a tool, and you're probably going to get at least one person to say yes to something. That is the calculations that we go off of. You need to, or maybe at least like 15 people are going to get to third party to the event, and then one person is going to commit. Okay, so 60 exposures a month, 45 people to a tool, 15 people to a presentation, at least one person that's going to commit and say yes to something. That is the standard, the calculations that we need. Now, if you say that you need to sign 5 new people in a month, well, then that means you better multiply them 60 exposures times 5 and do 5 times as much as that to get to that goal. Of course, this is not all set in stone. These are all just averages. This is just a guide, but that is how you need to start backwards planning what you need to do to hit your goals. Once you get that number of exposures that you need to do in a month's time, you need to break that down into days. Break that up into 30-day windows, right? Every day you need to expose to X amount of people in order to hit your final number at the end of the month to hit your monthly goal. Now, once you get that daily number, right, then you got to go through your database and figure out who are these people. If I'm saying I need to expose to 15 people every day to hit my monthly goal, who are those 15 people? Go through your database, do your databasing activities, and find those 15 people and put them on your daily calendar in a time slot. On this day, at this time, I'm going to get on the phone and call this person. That's one exposure. Now multiply that times 15 for the day. And guess what? Every other day, every day in that month, you got to do the same thing. And that's how you plan. It's tedious at first. It sounds like time consuming, but most successful, if not all, business people in the world plan their day. You don't just wake up in the morning and say, oh, I don't know what I want to do in my business. They know what they're doing with their business when they wake up in the morning and they're getting it done. Yeah, some things happen. You might get on the phone and call somebody, they might not answer, and then you just roll them over to the next day. Write that down in your planner. Say, they didn't answer, so I'm going to follow up with them tomorrow or in a couple of days because tomorrow's busy, whatever. But you have to be structured so that you know what you're doing and you're maximizing your time that you're actually doing your business. Because if you're listening to my training and you've heard what I said before, one of the things that you need to understand is that you're not going to be doing your business 24/7. You got to make sure that you set your business hours for family time, your hobbies or other things that are going on. If you have a 9-to-5, you got to set time away for that. You got to set time to the side for your sleep, whatever it is. You're not doing your business 24/7. So the time that you actually do have set aside to do your business, you need to make sure that you're maximizing that time and it's actually productive. And you're not just sitting there staring at your planner like, oh, I don't know who to talk to. You should already know who you're going to talk to. Yeah, you're going to always meet new people and add to your database, but you should know who you're going to talk to for the day, and any new people that pop up like randomly, you just add them to your list. That's how you do. You always are exposing and you always set a plan in advance. And that is how you hit your goals. And then at the end of every month, you look at your benchmarks, and don't wait till the end of the month though. Like, you're going to look at your benchmarks, but look at them on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a bi-weekly basis to say, am I on track? Am I falling behind? What do I need to do to adjust this? Whatever it is you need to do, and then do it. You know, that's how business people operate. It is a professional thing. You have to take your business seriously. You know that when you go to your 9 to 5, you take it seriously, and you know that you have to operate at a certain level, or else you're going to get fired. You need to do the same thing for your business. You're your own boss. But if you were your employee, would you fire yourself? Are you happy with your work performance, or would you fire yourself? If you hesitate, then you got a problem. And so that's why you have to take your business seriously. So you need to set your business hours and set a 6-month business plan, and then break that down into 30-day increments and then daily increments. And that'll get you going. Now, that's goal setting and CTE. Now, when you talk about how you're going to invite people to events, you need to have events on the calendar. When you're doing your exposures, you're getting them to a tool and you're getting them to an event. That event should be your event that you're hosting. We talked about this multiple times in previous trainings. What events do you have on the calendar? That's part of setting your business hours. You know that in 30 days, you should probably be doing multiple events yourself, hosting them, and then having a presenter there to present the company's story. So what are your events? They should already be planned. Professionals plan in advance. You should have the flyers done. You should have Facebook events, or whatever it is that you use to market your event. It should already be done in advance, and you should be promoting that heavily so that people know that they need to attend. Okay, especially if you're a leader in your company and you have a downline and you got people that are looking at you for guidance, you need to set the standard and let them know this is what it is that I'm doing, and this is the date, the time, the location. And then if your downline wants to invite people to those events, they can as well. Also, it's showing duplication, because why would your downline create events and host them if you're not even hosting events? You can't get into management mode and forget to host your own events, because you should always be exposing your business opportunity. Don't just go and be a presenter for people and that's it. You still should host your own events. Sometimes, like lately, I haven't been hosting my own physical events, but I always host my own launch calls, because I have to set the standard. Okay, I'm busy. I'm too busy to go and set a physical meeting for myself, because I'm always at somebody else's physical meeting. But I have 10 minutes to go and host my own launch call. There's no excuse for that. So I do that on a weekly basis, and my son does it on a weekly basis, and I do that on his behalf. So really, I'm hosting launch calls like twice a week. 8 events in a month I'm hosting, and then I'm going out and presenting for other people at their events. That is how you are as a leader. That's how it should be. There's no excuse for that. If you don't have 10 minutes to host an event like that, then you need to relook this industry and figure out if this business is really for you, because that's an excuse. It's ridiculous. So that's something that you need to do. If you don't have events for people to invite to, then how are you getting these people to third party? That makes no sense. An event is a home meeting, a launch call, a 3-way phone call, a webinar, a hotel meeting, whatever, where anybody other than you is telling the company story. So that is how you get them to a decision. You cannot educate these people on your business opportunity yourself. That is not part of the system. Somebody else needs to do that for you. So that is what you need to do. Now, reaching your goals in 6 months or less. Make sure your goals are realistic. As you are backwards planning and you're sitting there and you're saying, I want to do this in 6 months, and then you're backwards planning. Okay, I think my connection is weak, so sorry if I dropped out. But make sure that your goals are realistic, because if not, then you're just wasting your time. You know, if you're not going to take it seriously, then you shouldn't even be doing it. And if you need help with that, reach up to your upline and have them look over your plan and say, hey, what do I need to do to realistically hit these goals? Whatever those goals are, you should have a mentor who has already hit those goals to tell you how they did it. So if you want to hit a certain rank in your company, then you need to reach out to somebody that is that rank and say, look, I'm at this current rank that I'm at right now, and I want to get to this rank. I know you've hit that rank. Tell me how you did it, and tell me how I can do this realistically within the time frame that I'm doing. It might be different now than it was for them, so it might be easier for you to do it, but you're not going to know that unless you reach out to somebody that's already done it. That's why it's important for you to have a mentor. You can't just sit here and do it yourself and try to figure it out on your own and reinvent the wheel. That makes no sense, and it's stupid, and it's a waste of time. When there's people out there that have already done it and they're willing to help you, That's what you need to do. So make sure that when you're writing down your goals, that you're also leaving time for professional development and training, one-on-one with a mentor, as well as your corporate training events and attending those events on a regular basis. And like I said, if you're a leader in this company, also making sure that your downline is duplicating that in their training. And also, when your downline comes through, you need to find out what their goals are and what they want out of 2017 and how you can help them get there, because you helping them reach their goals is going to be directly tied to you reaching yours. If you want to hit a certain level in your company, you're not going to be able to do it by yourself. Your downline is going to have to help you. The ones that are serious about the business and taking it seriously, if you want to hit a certain rank and they want to hit a lower rank, them hitting that lower rank is going to help you get closer to your higher rank. And as you bring on new people, because you're always exposing the business, right? Then those new people will help you get to the higher ranks as well. And that's what you need to keep focusing on. So you have to be able to manage your time between being a leader in the company, taking care of yourself, because some of your downline's not going to want to do anything. They're not going to want to work, or they're going to say they want to work and it's BS and they're not going to do anything. So you can't 100% rely on them. Or some life might happen and maybe they are genuine, but something in life happened and they have to take a step back. So don't 100% rely on anybody. Make sure you keep all your eggs in different baskets and continue to expose the business and grow your organization as wide as you can, but also help your downline grow your organization as deep as they can. That is the key. That's that balance that you have to learn as a leader. And once again, if you're being mentored by somebody that is more successful than you, which you should be, it should always be somebody more successful than you, they're going to tell you the same thing, because that's how they got to where they are at. If they didn't do it like that, then they're not being real with you. Or they got lucky or something. But you cannot hit the higher ranks in network marketing without balancing out your downline and always exposing your business and growing it wider while your downline is growing it deeper. Because if your downline is trying to grow themselves wide, then they're going to automatically make your organization grow deeper. That's how that works, because they're duplicating you growing your business wide. You need to always have new legs coming on. They need to have new legs coming on. And then their people need to have new legs coming on. And that's how they grow deeper while you grow wider. They duplicate everything you do. And if you're not doing the core habits, then you're going to find that you're doing all this work for no reason, and it's going to crash and burn. You might get some short-term success, some instant gratification right now, but it's not going to be duplicatable, and it's going to fail, because it always does. The system is in place for a reason, and that's what you should be following. So when you're setting your goals, you got to make sure that you set your business hours to accommodate your downline, present for them, be consistent with them, and show duplication. You should be attending training events, getting your downline to training events. You should be pre-registered for the training events, making sure your downline is pre-registered for training events, and you should be on your weekly training calls every week and make sure your downline is on there. And if your downline is on weekly training calls and you're not, then they're going to be confused, because they're going to wonder why you're not on there. Is this really important to me? They don't see the value in it if you don't see the value in it. So those are some of the things that you have to think about when you're setting your goals, because if you don't set those proper behaviors now, then even if you are striving to hit your goals, your downline is not going to take it seriously, and then you're gonna have to basically start your organization over again from scratch, because they're not understanding what it is, and they're confused, and you basically have lost somebody. So you got to make sure that you're setting that right example for your team in this. Okay, I think I cut out again, but that's what's going to help you to get your goals faster. The more people in your organization that are duplicating the right behaviors, the better. So I'm in a really bad area right now. My signal is going in and out, but that basically covers all of what I wanted to say. 2017 is here officially. You should set a 6-month planner, 6-month goals, and then break them down in 30-day increments and then daily actions, and then help your team do the same thing. And then every day when you look at your list, make sure you're actually doing your business and not just going through the motions, acting like you're doing the business, and if you need help and you're not getting any results, reach up to your upline, ask them for help. And when you ask them for help, don't be upset when they tell you the truth, because if they really care about you and your organization, they're going to tell you the truth. This is why you're not being productive. This is why you're not getting results. And these are some things that maybe you should take a look at or try to help you get better results. And it's always the person that you reach out to. They need to be more successful than you. And you need to humble yourself and wait for them to let you know this is what it is that you need to fix, because you don't grow unless you learn from a mentor, unless you're willing to take constructive criticism. Nothing is personal. It's all business. It's all about the money, because the money gives you choices, and the choices give you the option to help other people get the same financial and time freedom. So with that, I'm going to end this live stream. This is your girl, Tanaya-Marcia Silhouette. This is your Team DSF Weekly Business Training. I apologize that the signal's so bad. I'll talk to y'all next week. Peace.